My name is Elton, and this is my beautiful family. Welcome to our channel. We are working here in Nicaragua to rebuild my family's coffee farm, a farm we inherited after my dad and grandpa passed away. Join us as we learn how to farm coffee and build this beautiful farm step by step. Welcome back to Immense Coffee, and today it is a rainy day here in the mountains of Nicaragua. Not sure if you can hear this through the speakers, but let me show you. It's been raining for the past 2 days and it's really muddy right now. But take a look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. There's just rain everywhere, which is amazing. Today we have a lot to do in the farm. Let me fill you in what we're gonna be doing here in this beautiful coffee farm that we're rebuilding in Nicaragua. Let me bring you guys up to speed. A few months ago, we started our very own coffee nursery so we can get some new plants in the ground. We went out to the field and we picked coffee seeds from the existing trees. Look how beautiful this looks. After spending some time in the field, we created a germination bank where we soaked the seeds in water and we babied the seeds for 1 month, and eventually it sprouted. Look how beautiful. After that, we filled up a bunch of bags where our nursery is gonna be placed in. We will take the germinated seed and place it inside the bag, and it was gonna sit there for about 3 months. We worked very hard because we're planning on doing around 7,000 plants here. But look at the little seed, look how good it looks, and this is what it looks like now. So check this out, guys. Our coffee nursery is looking amazing. So it's been 3 months since we picked out the seeds, we germinated the seeds, and we started this nursery bank here. So the plants itself, they're ready to go out to the field. So today we need to go out there and we need to mark where they're gonna be planted, and we need to start digging holes. We're actually falling behind because this only has a few more weeks left in this bag before the roots start hitting the bottom and curving up, and that wouldn't be good. But I'm excited because this is going to be different flavors. These are different varieties here in the farm. This is a Pacamara Amarillo, meaning the cherry is actually yellow instead of red. And that's going to be pretty cool because it's the first of its kind here in the farm, and it's going to introduce different variety of flavors to the cup. Eventually you'll be able to try this and caffeinate yourself with it, but for now we have to wait 3 years. So make sure you subscribe. It's a long-term investment, but you get a cup of coffee at the end, you know. So let's go check out the out there in the field. Elliot is having a blast in the rain, right, Courtney?
Yeah, this is his playground right now.
Look how fun that is right there. I remember being a kid and playing exactly like that. He just loves it, being out here in the farm. What you're seeing out there right now is actually a plantation we established 2 years ago, and look how nice the coffee looks. Right there, you can see it following the contour of the mountain, and that is what we want to replicate in this new lot. But this new lot is going to be up there in the mountains over here. That's where we already have shade. In the future, we have more space to plant more coffee over there, so we just need more demand. If you keep drinking our coffee and fueling our movement, or you know people that want to buy coffees, let us know. We have like 5 acres of coffee we can put in there. But for now, let's go over there and let's go check out the new area we're establishing. So I want to show you guys something. I want to show you an existing plantation so you can kind of get an idea why it's important to allow proper spacing between plants and establishing the right sizing. So this coffee plant here is a Parainema variety, and it's pretty old now. This area here is about 7 years old. So when I took over the farm, this plot of land here was already established. I mean, look how beautiful they look. They're getting ready to produce coffee this year. Actually, harvest season is coming up in about 2 months. But as you can see, that this plant here is already almost touching that plant there. So it makes it difficult for the workers to get by, to also control the weeds and harvest coffee. This method of planting coffee is slightly different. The distance between each coffee row is less, so it's about less than a meter from coffee to coffee. So what you can start to see here is that these long branches that come out from the coffee, they become really long with time. Then the neighbor plant will also have long branches. Eventually they will touch, and then this whole area will be closed out and hard to walk. So the way we're planting this year is that we're doing 3 meters distance between each plant. So there'll be always an alleyway where you can walk, and you don't have to worry about this closing out in the future. When the plant is small, it stays open, but when they get big, that's what happens when they close out here. but this style is slightly different than when people are accustomed here. But it's gonna be great. It's gonna be beautiful, and it is super gorgeous out here in Nicaragua today. So this is the coffee plot that we're planning on working with. Now this lot size here is a little more than an acre, and the team has cleaned it up. Remove all the weeds. So we're getting ready now to mark out the area where the coffee is gonna go. But if you can take a look at this area, was selected because it has trees already. It's good. It has good terrain, good soil. We are gonna be planting more trees, but thankfully it has shade already. So let's go ahead and set up the area where the coffee is gonna go now. So what you're seeing me do here is use this tool, what is called an A-frame. Now on top of the tool there, that yellow thing you see is actually a level. And what I'm doing is I position one leg on one side and then I rotate it and I look for the level on the other side. Once I find it, I stake that area and I know that's going to be the location for the next plant. Here we're creating the rows of coffee and they're following the contours of the mountains using this tool. It's very time consuming, but this will protect the farm against soil erosion and make it easier for the workers. We just finished the first point. Basically, we started in the middle of the mountain near that tree. We went that way, then we came back this way. So this is the first starting point of the layout where the coffee is going to be planted. So now you see another reference point here, reference point there, and these are all leveled to each other. So you're walking level to the mountain. Here you have another one, another reference point, and it just follows all the way down. And it looks pretty cool, actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this as a master line. We're going to measure from here, and then we're going to create an aisleway and create another row of coffee all the way down and then all the way up. In between here, we're going to have coffee planted. Now right now the distance is at 2 meters each reference stake, but the coffee is going to be at 0.8 meters. But look how awesome that is. Makes everything much easier, more efficient at the farm, and actually for anything in general. When you're planting for long term, you just got to make sure you slow down and you do it right. And I think we nailed it on this one here. So I love being out here in the mountains, and it makes me happy to think about a couple years ago, 2 years ago, I was sitting at a desk in California working a corporate job. And all I could think about while I was typing behind the keyboard was being out in the mountains planting coffee. And now thinking back to that time and this moment now, just makes me happy to think that I was able to accomplish that. Even though it's been a very difficult path, moving to Nicaragua after living in the States for so long was a lot harder than I thought. It took a lot more time to get comfortable and know how to do things, especially with coffee farming because I had no experience. But now things are falling into place. And I think like anything in life, the harder it is, the more fulfilling it is when you start getting the hang of things and you start accomplishing your goals. So this coffee plot here is just a great step towards rebuilding the whole family coffee farm. And in the future, we're gonna have beautiful tasting coffee out of these mountains in this plot here. So we have lunchtime today. We have some fresh cooked chickens, vegetables, rice. Silvia is pulling out right now the food. It sounds good and delicious, to be honest, because we're quite hungry here. This is Courtney's favorite time during the farm here, eating.
All the time, every time there's food, I'm here.
But Elliot is eating a tortilla here. We're gonna enjoy this dish here.
Some chicken.
Some chicken. Look how nice it looks. After a nice lunch, it is time for a nice cup of coffee. Delicious. The weather is very weird right now. It starts raining, it stops, it gets sunny, but we're ready to head out from the farm today. I'm pretty happy with what we got done with the master line. What was your day at the farm?
It was good. Elliot was having so much fun playing in the rain and being a little construction worker. We used the drill. I think he's a little Bob the Builder, so it was beautiful weather too. It felt like camping.
Yeah, after his nap though, Elliot got really cranky.
He has to poop you all, so until he does,
cranky,
it's a psychotic day.
So we have a 2-hour drive into the city. Make sure to like and subscribe. Join our immense coffee movement, because the more people join, the more we can plant, the more we can build out here in Nicaragua. Cheers and blessings. This is your Coffee Familia signing off.